Here we have the Invoicer.ai dashboard, mobile dashboard, and I'm going to show you how to create a new estimate and then turn that estimate into an invoice and send it to your client so they can approve it. All right, let's get started. You click the New Estimate button. You can also go into the sidebar and choose New Estimate from there. You can add a logo here. Just drag and drop, and you'll see the status down here changes to saved. And you can say who it's from, so your name. If you want to add more details, you can add them here. Everything you add is saved automatically. Your city, your state, country, zip code, phone number. And all this stuff is optional. You don't actually have to add any of it if you don't want, but it does make things look more professional when you include it. We can collapse that, and then we can choose a client, an existing one, like this, or we can just create a new one. Our address autocomplete automatically chooses the best address for you as you type. So if you're happy with it, you can just click it, it'll fill in the rest. And then you can also add your client's phone number. Again, this is optional. You can click collapse to make it a little tidier. So your issue date is the date it is issued. Your date due, that'll just default to 30 days from the date issued. Your estimate number, it'll default to this EST-00001. You can edit that if you want. It is important that you include an estimate number. If you don't have one, you'll see a warning. But you can use any format you'd like, and the system will automatically increment. You can add a reference number. Down here you can change the color. So if you want something a bit different, feel free to play around with it and adjust it as needed. We'll just go with the blue. As we scroll down, now this is where you can add an item. So if you've used Invoicer before and you've entered an item, you can choose previously used items from the drop down. We can see we have services here. So we can choose that. It'll automatically populate with the rate that you used last time, as well as the quantity. We can add in a description. We can also add a new line item. And we can call this whatever we like. And when we do add it, it will save on the back end for us, so you can reuse it again. We'll use influencer marketing. And we will call it various activities related to promoting your brand. And our rate, $300. And you can choose the quantity. Let's say we did 5 hours, whatever you want. You can add taxes to these too. If you need to add a tax, you just click Add Tax, and that'll show up down below right here on the tax line. If you only need tax on one item, but not the other, you just click the trash icon on the one you don't want the tax. And you can also call this GST. Set your rate, boom, done. You can add a discount, you can add, or dollar-based, whatever you like. And you can always click these little trash icons to clear anything. If you add something accidentally, you just click that and it'll go away. You can add as many discounts, as many taxes as you need. There's no limit on those. And then notes, you can say what this is for. You can say thanks for your business. You can say what it's about. You can make these default for all of your estimates going forward. You just click the little checkbox right here. That'll make it default. One other thing I forgot to mention up here is you can call this whatever you want. So we'll just call it an estimate. Scroll back down here, terms. So you can say like, please pay within 7 days by the, no, this is an estimate, not an invoice. So please approve within 7 days. And up here in the notes, let's say approve using the approve now button in the estimate stub, which I will show you that in a moment here. Again, you can save these as defaults. So now once we're happy with everything, you can scroll up, take a look at it. You can go click the view over here, and this will show you the preview. This is what the client will see when you send it to them. Minus these buttons up top. They won't see those. You only see them if you're logged in. So your logo, your business name, the total, your contact info, email, phone number. They can click view or download if they want to view it. View will just open up a PDF. Download will download the PDF. Estimate number, due date, total, status. So from here, you can go send now. I'll send it to myself. So now it's been sent. So let's take a look at what that's going to look like. And here is what the email looks like that's sent to your client. Shows the estimate up at the top. Estimate from Invoicer, because that's the company name. This Invoicer would be replaced with your company name, just so you know. It shows a date and then the amount and thanks for your business, and then a button to view it. So let's click view estimate, and that's going to take us to this screen, which I just have to. And again, I'm logged in, so those buttons are showing, but for users not logged in, they won't see those. They'll see all this stuff. So what you can do, what the user can do is click approve now, and this approves the estimate. Status changes to approved, and now we're going to go back and show you how to turn this into an invoice. Now, viewing the estimate now, you can see up in the top left, the status has changed to approved. And to convert it into an invoice, all we do is select options and generate invoice. Now the screen reloads, and we're brought to the invoice editor. So from here, it's very similar to an estimate. So we have who it's from, who it's billed to, issue date, due date. You notice invoice number. So this invoice number has changed now. It's no longer an estimate number. The amount due is $1,717. A list of the items, and then you can also add payment and deposit here. And if you're happy with all of that, you can just click send, and you can send it to your client, and they will receive the invoice for it. Now you can also automate this process, or when you approve an estimate, it automatically creates an invoice and sends it to your client. Now if you go to back to the estimate, you can see up top that the status has changed to invoiced. And you can go back to the dashboard by clicking the logo, and you can go to estimates, and you'll see a list of all of your estimates. So we only have one in here right now, but if you have multiple ones, you'll see them all along with whatever the status is. So if I click New Estimate, quickly create one. And then go back to my estimates, we can see we have one as pending. You can filter all of these by unsent, invoiced, approved, all, and you can also sort by the issued date, descending, ascending, the status, the total, all that stuff. And if we go over to invoices, we'll see all of our invoices. We're going to sort by issued date. This will show us what we just created. This is the one that we created from the estimate, and we also send it to our client. You can see that there. If you want to resend, you can click resend. If you want to add a payment, you can click add payment. The system will default to the total amount, but you can add a partial payment as well as choose the date of the payment. You can download it, which will download the PDF. You can also copy it. If you want to duplicate the invoice, you click that copy button. You can click client to be taken to the client record. And you can click archive, which will archive it, but not delete it. So I'll do this one, for example, archive. If we go to archive now, we'll see it here. We can delete it for good, along with that one. Go back to all. Another thing that I'll show you in a different video is if you click get paid, you can accept online payments on your invoices. So if you want to get paid by credit cards or mobile payments like Apple Pay and Google Pay, you can do that all directly through Invoicer, which helps speed up your payments, so you're not waiting on checks or bank transfers or things like that. And that's it for now. Stay tuned for more.